Good morning, June 16th, not June, July 16th, my goodness, July 16th, 2017. Earth, air, fire, water. Earth, air, fire, water, elements. And Isis. Lord help me. She doesn't get up on the table until I turn the camera on. Lord help me. Focus, focus. Earth, air, fire, water. Doing the Rider-Waite deck. Earth, air, fire, water. Earth, air, fire, water. Earth, air, fire, water. Lord, help me out. What do we need to know for today? Lord, please tell us. What do we need to know for today? What do we need to know for today? Please, Lord. Please, Lord, guide us. Earth, air, fire, water. Please, Lord, help us. Please, Lord, help us. Earth, air, fire, water. Earth, air, fire, water. Earth, air, fire, water. Please, Lord, help us. Tell us what we need to know. Give us advice. Help us move through our lives. Please guide us and protect us. Earth, air, fire, water. Earth, air, fire, water. Earth, air, fire, water. Please, Lord, please. Earth. Goodness. Earth, 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 earth. Please, Lord, help us. Earth, earth. Earth, earth. Please, Lord. Air, 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 air. Please, Lord, give us advice and help us with the air signs. Air, air, air. Fire. Fire. Please, Lord, help the fire signs. Please, Lord. Fire, fire, fire. Fire, fire, fire. Fire signs, fire signs. Please, Lord.
can't put all that down, my goodness. Water, please. Water, water, water. I know Cancers are coming to the end of their solar returns. Water, please, Lord. Water. Advice, guidance, water. Advice and guidance for water. Water, 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 water. Please, Lord, please. Water, water, water. I just want a solid deck, not giving me anything. Water, water, please, Lord, please. Advice for water. Not a whole huge thing. Please, Lord, please. Oh my. So at the bottom of the deck we have the Seven of Swords. Somebody's being a lying, sneaky, cheating, thieving person out there. What are you guys up to? This is that energy that is encompassing the entire reading. That means a lot of people are doing this or dealing with this. Somebody out there is stealing their power back. Somebody out there is being a liar, a thief, a sneak. Be careful, everyone. Also talks about cheating too. Intermarital affairs, all that kind of stuff. Whenever it's reversed, it can talk about somebody not wanting to partake in an intermarital affair anymore. But it's upright. So be careful, everyone. Be careful. Alright, so in our past position we have the Queen of Cups reversed. Sadness, depression, possibly lying and manipulation through emotions. Despairing, not being in control of your emotions, letting your emotions flow. Sometimes it's healthy to do that. Sometimes people control their emotions so much that it all gets bottled up inside. So sometimes it's just healthy to let everything out, let it all flow and release it. And then you can pick up the pieces afterward. In the center of our reading, we have the King of Wands reversed, which is crossing the Ten of Wands. So either somebody's putting down their responsibilities and walking away from it, or somebody is so overly stressed that it's hurting their health, which I can see with the Queen of Cups reversed. Somebody might be just very, very depressed, very, very sad, so stressed that it's actually taking a physical toll on them. You could feel it in your heart and in your back, or whatever way that you actually store your stress. Mine is in my heart and in my back. And whenever I get overly stressed, I seriously like curl up into a ball. It's like horrible. Crossing the challenge is this feeling, that depression, that incredibly sad, depressed, no spark, no fire in your life, just absolutely listless and nothingness, emptiness, no fire, a lack of fire, and a lot of lack of fire since it's the King of Wands. It's just like emptiness, complete and total emptiness. At the foundation, we have the King of Swords reversed. Someone being manipulative, someone being sharp and cutting with their words, someone being harsh, truthful, to the point of pain. Maybe they weren't careful about their truth and weren't able to communicate clearly what they wanted to say, what they wanted to convey. And that was just a miscommunication, a huge miscommunication that was hurtful, sharp, cutting. At the top of thoughts, we have both Judgment and Justice, 2 Libra cards, which is interesting. Like, wow, how does that ever happen? Major Arcana, Judgment is all about being judged. You can be being judged, or it's about a rebirth in your life, starting a new change, a new awakening to truth, a new start to your life, just being called by God to a new life. And then Justice is finding justice in a situation, truth and balance, and karmic endings. And then in our future, we have the 10 of Pentacles, which can be the pinnacle of a situation. It could be financial or a love relationship. It can be your health. Pentacles can also talk about health. It can be moving on to a new phase, because 10s are always about moving on to the one, returning to the one, starting over. You've reached this pinnacle and now you have a new place to go. This new life you have to go into. And so when you reach that 10, you start again with the one. Hi, baby. For Earth, we have the Emperor reversed. The Emperor can be an Aries person. If you look, he has all kinds of rams all over his throne there. Control, discipline, leadership, organization, logic. This person sees everything that's going on and is able to organize all of it, and which is actually sometimes what I can do. I can go into a room and see the situation and automatically know what needs to be done to move forward with that situation, how to fix it, or how to be productive with it. But this is reversed for the earth signs, so it's either a Aries that is affecting you, possibly in a bad way, or possibly in the upright way. An Aries that is acting, or it could be the the energy of being overly strict, overly in control. It could be you having that energy, taking on the energy of an Aries person, like being overly strict, overly in control, overly disciplined, overly analytical, just too much. And then in your environment and how people see you, it could be either or. It's either in your environment, and this is around you, or it is how people are seeing you, is the Seven of Wands. Which is defending your beliefs, defending your position. Oh dear. Oh my. So like this guy has gotten to the top of the hill and he's defending his beliefs from all of these other people. And you're doing a good job of it, or whoever is doing a good job of it, the person on the outside, the environment, or you, however it is, however that resonates with you. In your hopes, fears, and emotions, we have 3 cards that came out. The Ten of Swords reversed, the Ace of Wands reversed, and the Two of Cups. Two of Cups is that soulmate relationship, that deep, deep connection bound by God. These two souls are being entwined to create something new. And the Ace of Wands reversed talks about no passion, no drive, no energy. Or alternatively, it could be an overabundance of passion, so much so that it can be overwhelming in a negative way. And then the Ten of Swords can talk about the release of a situation. Give me 1 minute. All right. Here you go. Thank you. For some reason, she always gives me the bottom of the banana. So, the Ten of Swords is upright. It's the ending of a situation. This person's like dead, completely and totally, absolutely betrayed, dead. He's got like 10 swords sticking out of him all over the place, even like some in his head. This poor guy is just like stabbed to death. And so whatever situation was going on with him is dead. It's over. It's done with. It's completely over. But the funny thing is, I've had the Ten of Swords come up when I was still like in that Nine of Swords feeling. It was just like more extreme. So you could either be feeling like this guy on the floor here, or you could feeling like that sunrise. There is a sunrise in the background. That means that it's over, it's complete, and the new day can dawn. But it's reversed. So either you are feeling that Nine of Swords feeling in the extreme, like completely and utterly just betrayed and hurt and stabbed to death, basically. You could be just like feeling immense pain over a situation. Or you could be utterly like releasing it. And then in your outcome is the Tower reversed. You're trying to avoid disaster. You're trying to avoid this situation. The Tower card is a major arcana card, and it will happen whether, you want it to or not. It's inevitable. Inevitable. And it's going to happen. You know it will happen. You know deep down that this disaster will happen. Or is going to happen in the future, eventually. But you're trying to avoid it. You're just trying to block it out. You're trying to sweep it under the rug. You're trying to do everything you can. You're wasting a ton of energy just like avoiding it instead of changing. Which is, not very productive. The Tower can also talk about extreme showing of love. I can't think of the word, but like displays. Extreme displays of ultimate love. It's so shocking and like beautiful. It's just like awe-inspiring. Like God comes down and shows you what true love really is. And that's that bolt of lightning. Whenever you like look into somebody's eyes and find that bolt of lightning, that's what that is. And that can bring a Tower situation to your life. It can utterly destroy everything you thought you knew, because everything you thought you knew was built on lies. And that's how the Tower works. It utterly destroys everything you thought you knew because it was a lie. But then it gives you the truth to build on. So like once you know what true love is, then you can build your life around that feeling and know what truth is meant to be in your life. But like you're totally like resisting it. You're totally sweeping it under the rug. You're totally trying to avoid it. And eventually it will come out anyway, or it will, be festering underneath your life for the rest of your life. Air. For air we have the Five of Pentacles reversed. You may be feeling extremely left out in the cold. You might be, like, these people are totally impoverished and they need help. Like, one is very, very disabled and the other is just not quite disabled, but very poor still, and they're trying to help each other. But it's not really, working out because they're both very, very poor, and it's snowing and it's cold and they're out in the winter. But like behind them is this church, and they could go there to find help, but they don't want to. They don't want to go to the church because they just don't believe that anybody there can help them. When it's not true. The church will help you. People out there will help you. It's just, you have to ask, you have to believe, you have to try. So this is reversed. So that could either mean that you're feeling very, very, very much out in the cold. You feel very alone. You feel helpless and downtrodden. Or you could be healing from this situation. You could be not quite feeling out in the cold anymore. You could be finding that help. You could be going to search for that help. You could be trying. You could be starting to believe. In your environment around you, or how people see you, is the Ace of Swords upright. Truth, ultimate truth, deep, deep revelations that bring about change in your life. For me, this is always about me realizing some really, really deep and profound thought or truth that comes into my life. So yeah, Ace of Swords is always a great thing. I love it when it comes around for me. But it can also mean cutting away from things. Like this sword can cut people. It can cut away from things. It can cut away lies. It can cut away situations. But whenever you feel that deep, deep truth, you have to be able to act on it. You have to understand that it's truth. And it is a profound truth that can change your life. For your emotions, your hopes, and your fears, you have the Moon and the Knight of Cups. Very much in control of your emotions and possibly being very, very secretive. So, air signs, are you the ones being sneaky? But the Moon is all about secrets, things hidden from you. It's either hidden from you or things that you're keeping hidden. So, yeah. It can also mean deep psychology, things that you need to think about, things that you need to feel, things that you need to go deeply inward in order to uncover. If it's secrets and lies that are being hidden, they will always come out. They will always be revealed. So maybe it is that deep truth that you found, that you know about now. But if that were true, like the Moon would be reversed and everything would be revealed, but it's not. So you're still keeping secrets, you're still keeping those things hidden, those emotions, those deep things. And it might be that you want to move forward with a relationship, you want to offer your cup to someone. It's usually the Page of Pentacles, but sometimes it's the Knight, because the Knight is forward motion. You're keeping an offer of love hidden by the Moon. You're keeping the secret. Or maybe somebody's doing that to you. Possibly somebody's offering you something that you're trying to keep hidden. And then in your outcome is the Six of Swords reversed. Six of Swords reversed can be separating your thoughts from your emotions so that you can move forward in a situation. You can move out of a situation. See, this person's got all these swords in her boat and she's moving across the still waters now, whereas before the swords were out in the water and they were making everything choppy. So like if you take your thoughts, you look at things in a very analytical way, you can have stable emotions while you move forward, which is also the Knight of Cups, having stable emotions while you move forward. When it's reversed like this, it can mean that you are being extremely analytical and cold in a situation and being able to move forward and out and away from that situation. Or you're having trouble looking at things analytically. You're having trouble seeing things for the truth. Having trouble being analytical about everything. And you're not able to move out of that situation. You're all up in your emotions, apparently. That can also be the Queen of Cups. If you're all up in your emotions, you can't really have a discussion that's going to be productive. You can tell somebody how you feel and express your feelings, which is healthy, but you can't use them to manipulate someone. It's just not productive in a relationship. You cannot use your emotions to manipulate someone. Fire. For fire, we have the Star card. The Star card is always about destiny for me. It's about my true path, what God has intended for me, and following that, making a wish on a star, your truth coming out, your truth being revealed, and you hoping that that comes true. like giving it to God. It can go both ways. Either God is giving you the truth that you should follow, or you are giving God your truth that you hope you can follow. A wish. And then in our environment, we have the Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles can talk about focus, working, teamwork, being extremely focused in what you're doing, being very grounded. When it's reversed, you are, well, this is in the environment or in the how others see you. Not being able to work as a team, not compromising, not doing well in a team environment. It can also be a third-party situation with an earth sign. Yeah. And since it's reversed, it may be that you don't want to have that happen anymore. So you're not collaborating, not wanting to collaborate. In your hopes, fears, emotions is the Page of Cups reversed. This is a new start, an offer that somebody, oh no, it's Pentacles. Page of Pentacles, Cups, no, maybe it's relationship too. Goes along with that Three of Pentacles being a third-party relationship with an earth sign. But you're hoping, fearing that you are not going to get this offer. It possibly is a new job or an offer from an earth sign relationship. Could be friendship, could be any kind of thing. I'm sorry I'm going slow, but it really helps me focus better to know exactly what I want to say with the cards. I know we are all impatient. I'm a fire sign too, so I'm impatient as well. But with the outcome, we have the Nine of Pentacles reversed and the Six of Wands. Six of Wands talks about victory, recognition, being recognized for the work that you do, being recognized for the work that you have done, being recognized for everything that you may have gone through. So with the Nine of Pentacles reversed, we've gotten this card a lot, or at least I have, but usually it's in the upright. It's where this lady is walking through her abundance in her garden, in her home, and she's just absolutely like blissful and just happy to have the things that she has, just gratitude and abundance and just a happy, strong, financial and emotional and family life. I can also talk about spirituality because those pentacles are all about spiritual power. That's one thing about earth signs that they don't really pay attention to. You guys have an abundance of spiritual power that you guys can tap into. It's just that you guys are grounded so much that you don't usually look at those things. Or at least the earth signs that I know. I mean, there are other earth signs out there that can be very, very extremely spiritual. My grandma being one of them. But with this reversed, you may not be feeling very, very stable, very financially grounded. You might not be feeling very healthy at the moment. You might not be feeling very independent, because this card is all about independence and wealth and stability and just being happy where you are. So if you are not feeling that way, you're still getting recognized for, you know, those things that went on before, the work that you did, and all of the things that have gone in the past. You might also be single, because this is a single card, like a single woman or a single man, an individual, a very independent and very successful individual. And if it's reversed, you might be feeling like you don't want to be single anymore. You want a relationship with someone. You want something with a partner. In the reversals, you can also go the opposite way, where you are extremely, extremely upright. You are upright so much that it's a detriment to you. You are extremely independent. You are extremely financially stable. You are extremely in your power, in your seat, and you don't need anything from anybody. And that can be a detriment to you, because sometimes it's nice to have friends, it's nice to have people around you, it's nice to lean on someone every once in a while, it's nice to have people around you that you can depend on. So yeah. Think about that for a bit. You might need someone in your life. Water. Water, you guys came out with the Cancer card, like, right off the bat. There you are, Cancer. I'm sorry I probably focused on you guys too much. But yeah, this is the Cancer card. It's all about willpower. And I've been thinking about this for a while. It's like, and I've been thinking about the way that you guys act, you Cancers. You are extremely compassionate and feeling and deep people, and your heart is just out there on your sleeve, and you are just totally just, everything is emotion, everything is that beautiful light that comes from your heart. It's everything that comes from your heart, and that's who you are. And because you put yourself out there like that, that is your will. You show your will to the world, and people are just drawn to that, and people are just like magnetized by that. Even if they're opposing energies, they will work together to be productive with you. And that's basically how the Cancer card is. You guys are just beautiful heart, soul people that draw people to you and are able to manifest what you want to happen through your emotions, through your willpower. It's a very beautiful card. I love that. It's all about law of attraction too, because what you feel is what happens. What you put out is what you get back. It's very beautiful. Especially with Cancer, you guys are so very loving. Oh my God, seriously. In your environment, in the way people are seeing you, is the Eight of Cups upright. You might be walking away from a situation. You might be stacking up all of your cups and walking away. It's a process. It isn't, you just stack all your cups up and just out into the distance like, that guy seems to be scurrying away. No, he's like actually got a walking stick, and he's taking his time and walking away. And it is a process. It is a process. You have to set all of your emotions. You have to analyze everything and think about things and feel your way through the situation in order to move away from it. And it might be best that you do so. It could be a situation. It could be a relationship. It could be a work thing, because Cancers will usually treat their work like their relationships too. Water signs will usually do that. They put their emotions into everything they do. But it is a process, and you will get through it. In your hopes, fears, and emotions, you have the Nine of Wands reversed. I feel like this is a overabundance of being guarded. Maybe somebody hurt you, and they are still around, and you had put up all of these walls. You put up this ego. All of these wands are like ego. You put up this wall of ego and defensiveness, and you are hiding behind it in order to recover, in order to be able to defend yourself from harm. And when it's reversed like this, it can go two ways. Either you're putting down your walls and becoming vulnerable, or you have an overabundance of walls and just nobody can reach you at all. Your heart is absolutely completely walled off. You've got, like, trenches and, dogs and alligators and a moat and archers around your wall, and you got minefields going on, and yeah, ain't nobody gonna get through that. But yeah, it can either be that you're vulnerable, which could also happen with this. It might be that you are moving on from a phase in your relationship instead of the actual relationship altogether. It could be moving on from a phase in your relationship, or it could be just moving on completely. And this could be that you are being vulnerable now, or it can be that you're completely walled off. And then in the outcome card, which is not exactly great, is the Lovers reversed. The Lovers upright talks about a very passionate, very physical relationship, very fiery, very based on raw passions. Like this dude up here is Eros, and that is all about the physical body. This relationship is all about the physical body. Even this little mountain back here is like representative of male arousal. So, like, yeah, that can be what that is all about. That is that type of relationship. It's all about the physical, the world. But when it's reversed, it can mean that this thing, the passions have died out, the relationship is breaking up. You no longer feel the way you used to, or maybe the connection just isn't there anymore. The attraction just isn't there anymore. Maybe it's just all sadness and loss now. This can also talk about a choice between the two things that you want or need. You want the cake or you want the apple. The cake is there and it's absolutely yummy. It's got frosting and sugar and chocolate and all that kind of good stuff. And, it has chocolate. It makes you happy, But that apple will fulfill you. The apple will give you what you need in order to survive and prosper. Whereas the cake will give you what you need in order to be lazy and on the couch and going, oh my God, why did I eat so much cake? And, the apple will help you get out into the world. Apples actually have like caffeine in them, and they can help you start your day better. So if you eat an apple in the morning, you can go out and be energized and be working and prosperous and fruitful. Whereas the cake, if you eat too much cake, or if you eat cake very much, it can go into your blood sugar, and then it slows everything down, and you're just like, oh my God. So it's a choice between those two things, and possibly this choice has been made. There is a choice that needed to be made, and you made it. Either you made it, or circumstances outside of you made that choice. Bless you. This is very, disturbing for this to be the entirety of this reading. Perhaps it was that somebody was sneaky or is sneaky and being underhanded, and that's why all of this is going on. This is the crux of the situation. This is the reason why all of these things are happening. This is the comeuppance of lying and deceitful behavior, sneaking around. And this is the crux of people stealing their power back. This is why people are being defensive, walking away, defending, walking away, and walking away, feeling left out in the cold, following their true path, not wanting to be in third-party relationships anymore. This is all why this card came up under the deck. So let's see if we have some advice for everybody. You can also look at your Venus sign. If you don't know what your Venus sign is, please do look at it. The Venus sign will tell you, if your Venus sign is a fire sign, like Aries, Scorpio, my God,